Hello everyone, welcome to another part of my decluttering and sorting out of my dressing room. I hope you're not getting too bored of these videos. I think this might be the last one, I'm not sure. I hope it's working out or doing these little bits around the room rather than trying to get it all done in one go, in one video. It will take me so long to edit, so this way hopefully you won't get too bored of really long videos and I'll find the edit much easier. So today we are doing the corner here. You can see my reflection in the mirror. I don't know quite what to entitle this video, so it's sort of dressing table stuff. If I've entitled it dressing table declutter, I hope you don't mind that it's not really a dressing table, but it's that sort of bits and bobs. I'll show you. This is weird. Hello. I could have done that whole introduction looking in the mirror really. So I am stepping over stuff because, like I said, I'm in the middle of doing a lot. I've just finished my jewellery declutter. Under this mirror we have what I rigged up when we moved here. I think I'm going to sit on the floor. In our bedroom there was some 1960s built-in furniture which consisted of two wardrobes and a sort of dressing table thing in the middle. And I needed some storage, so I just took out the dressing table drawer bits and sort of stacked them on top of each other. Balanced the mirror on top, but the mirror doesn't balance very well because there's no top to these drawers, so it keeps like falling in. So what we have here is just a whole load of stuff that really does need decluttering. These pack of what are they called, temporary tattoos? This pack of temporary tattoos, I keep finding the bits all over the place. So there's one randomly in there. We've got a chapstick, we've got a few more of those temporary tattoos there. Weirdly, we have the top of a copper teapot which belongs in the kitchen. I was like, yeah, that's obviously where you'd put it. You know, nail varnish remover. Most of this stuff actually is hair stuff. We've got hair bands, hair like a scarf that you tie around your hair. This is like a costume thing where you put it over your head and it looks like a Jane Austen style bonnet. These are all my hair bands that I wore when I had dreadlocks. You know, I've got lots of like flouncy hair bands and my Easter bunny ears. In front of them we have a couple of diffusers from hairdryers I have no idea if I still own. Now I'll be honest, up until a couple of days ago when I was doing my jewellery declutter and sort out, I had not opened this drawer in years, but I have started sorting through it because I kept my old bracelets in that compartment. But the rest of it, oh, we've got the rest of those temporary tattoos. I'll sort that out when I've got two hands. A watch in there. Some lip balm that I bought from Glastonbury Festival, and then this side seems to be all nail varnishes, so I will have to go. God, look how dusty they are, isn't that bad? I'll have to go through and see what ones I want. Kids might like some of those actually. Right, in here I have no clue. What do we have here? Oh, that's a Henna Tattoo Kit. I'm gonna, oh, that's still squishy. Again, kids might want to use that. Come Glastonbury. A very old cream to powder foundation. I think that's safe to say that can go in the bin. I've had that a long time. Razor blade thing. A toothbrush. A lighter. And a couple more jewellery bits by the looks of it. A fancy watch. And this was back in those days where everyone was wearing those sorts of chains off their big baggy trousers. Oh, we've got some, oh, my old CK1. I've still got that. CK1, by the way, is here and I still use it. Nothing as good as the classics. Oh my goodness, some gifts I need to use. Right, so you get the idea. Random stuff. And also a razor box. We've got sort of bits of smellies, you know, beauty bits and bobs here. So clearly storage is an issue in here, and I knew that before I started filming this video. So I don't know if you remember, but when I bought a cabinet when I was organising my craft things, I got a chest of drawers pretty much for free that came with it. I think he was just trying to get rid of it. So I'm going to put that chest of drawers here to replace all of this. And I've also got Chris's old bedside cabinet that he's had since a child. Oh, I think I mentioned that in the next clip. But anyway, I want to go for a purple and teal theme in here, like peacock rich jewel colours, you know. So I painted them teal a couple of days ago when it was nice and sunny at the weekend, and I'll put that little clip in now. Bloody blue tack. Well, the first coat is now on the chest of drawers. Yeah, it's more turquoise than teal, I would say, but yeah, so this is the paint I'm using. So I'm about to start the old bedside cupboard. This used to be in Chris's bedroom. He reckons it probably belonged to his granddad, or somebody else owned this before him, but I remember this being in his bedroom at his mum's house, and it used to sit next to our futon on the floor, and he wrote, "I love you," and I wrote, "I love you too." So I'm gonna have to keep that. This is a scribble from Rain when she was very little. I'm not gonna keep that, but at least I've recorded it for posterity. Prosperity? What's the word? It's not posterity, is it? You know the word I mean, that word. So the new chest of drawers is in. We did suffer a couple of chips on the way up, there and there, which is really annoying. I'm going to have to get a little paintbrush and touch that up. But even worse, the wood on the inside of this drawer just split. It's just sort of come apart in there. So now I've got this really ugly gap. I mean, it's a pretty ugly chest of drawers to begin with, but furniture is so expensive, so I just did the best I could with it for now. I'm really loving this colour in here. And the mirror on top is just about right. I need to angle it so that I can see the back of me with the other mirror the other side, but I think it's all going to work out. So I think the first thing I'm going to do now is fill up this cabinet with my beauty stuff, like box I've got down here, all these bits and pieces. I think the temporary tattoos can go, but you know, the kind of thing. And the tall bottles I'm going to put in the bottom bit of the cupboard. I am very much thinking, look, these are the two, so I've got two drawers, this one and this one, that were just sort of sitting on top of this bit, which as you can see I just ripped off that built-in furniture thing I was telling you about. But I might keep this. I might paint this to match, because this is quite a nice, neat little handy organisation sort of set of drawers. And then that can sit on top of this chest of drawers here. Look at all my neatly folded socks. I did all that after watching a Tidying Up with Marie Kondo. I'm kind of secretly hoping most of these bits, once I've decluttered it, are going to fit in the cabinet and this, which will hopefully actually free this up for clothing. As I've been sorting out, I've sort of ended up with like bags of things. I've got a bag of, I think these are all belts. That's a wide belt. Yeah, so I've got a bag of belts. It's all very chaotic in here at the moment. Got boxes all over the place, half sorted bags. This is one of the things. Sorry about the noise of that bag, it's going to be awful. I've got a bag of arm warmers and like wrist warmers, and somewhere I've got a bag of, where are they? I've got a bag of like over the knee socks and like interesting leg warmers and that sort of thing. So I'm going to have a bit of a jig around here because my bras are currently in here, but they don't really fit. These drawers are quite narrow, as you can see. My bras are taller than one of these. So I'm going to swap my bras into there. And maybe that will then free up space to add to my socks. The over the knee socks. And I think also in this set of drawers, I don't know if you've already seen my shelving unit declutter, but my leggings do not work. Currently they are behind me in my big shelving unit. This is just a stack of leggings and it's no good. Whenever I want a specific pair, I just have to pull them all out onto the floor and then later on obviously stack them all back up again. So leggings are definitely going in there. I sort of need to get my head around all what needs to go where, but let's get started. I'm going to fill that cabinet up with the beauty bits, so that's another box I can get rid of. Well, I'm quite pleased with myself. I'm doing quite well. This is just my little pile of to keep out of both of these two drawers. There were some bits of jewellery and stuff that have been put away that were in the wrong place, but yeah, all of this hair stuff I'm getting rid of, mostly because this is all stuff I wore in my hair when I had dreadlocks. So there are a lot of these. I collected them because they were so useful. Yeah, I'm keeping this one. This is the first one I got when I got dreadlocks, so it's sentimental to me. It's also quite tight, so it's actually wearable without dreadlocks. So I might actually experiment with wearing it again, particularly if you've got a greasy hair day. Most of this, all these little, these hair clips, I actually often wear as scarf clips, you know, because they come with a brooch back as well as a hair clip back. So when I'm wearing a shawl or a scarf over my shoulders, I fasten it with one of these. I'm hoping they are going to fit. Up here, if you saw my jewellery declutter, my hair bits and bobs that I kept from that lot of stuff that was on the windowsill, I'm hoping they're going to fit in that drawer there. I have decided to keep this. This is something I made when I was about 16, or did Chris make it for me? No, I might have been younger than that. I wore it to a home clothes day at school. That was very much my hippie 90s phase. I wore that like across my forehead, sort of hippie-ish way. This one's a good one to keep when I'm doing 90s 20s dress ups. Again, that goes over my forehead and I wear it like over the top of my head like that. I don't know, yeah, perhaps I could even do the same with that, make it very 1920s flapperish sort of style. Oh yeah, and I've done the same with this as well, with the roses sort of slightly off centre and to the side and that across the front. I'm going to keep them for Christmas. Okay, let's put this lot away then. Well, I just found a scented candle and I found a lighter, so I combined the both and I've lit a candle in here. Also, I found a bar of beeswax. That's also something I had to use on my dreadlocks. I'll take that down because that might be useful on furniture. Also, if you saw my jewellery declutter video, I mentioned, I showed you one of these beaded purses. Look, not that there are many beads left on this one. That was a red one, and I said in that one I used to have an orange one as well. Well, I found it, and not only that, it's full of dollars. That must have been from our first trip to America, so good job they don't change their currency and coins as often as we do, because I think I'll be able to use these next time I go. Okay, those are the nail varnishes I'm keeping. I'm amazed at how some of these have lasted considering how old they are, but these are the ones that are going in the bin. So actually I'm gonna leave this for today now. I'm gonna take this whole thing outside probably in the next couple of days, give it a good wash and paint it, and then I'll fill it back up again. Okay, it's nearly bedtime, but before I call it a day, I'm just gonna fill up the bottom drawer of the new chest of drawers with, I found the bag of like leg warmers and over the knee socks, they're gonna go in there, and the bag of arm warmers. Brilliant, that's done. and I've got some space, so I might put my tights in there just to give my sock drawer a little bit more room. Well, with that guys, I've finished finally. This whole area of my dressing room is done, and while I was on a roll I also decluttered all my scarves and gave them a good sort through, so I'll put that little clip in now. Hello again. I thought I would add to this video because I'm doing a little sort out of all my scarves. Here they are on the bed. They were previously just hanging on a wire coat hanger, but I have bought myself a lovely soft velvet covered proper scarf hanger. And I've just had a little sort out. I've separated my woolly scarves. They actually belong downstairs in a box in the kitchen. This little collection here are scarves I wear either around my hair or around my wrist or tied around bags. So I've put those separately. A couple that I'm getting rid of actually. This chiffony one, it's too polyestery. I'm not going to ever wear that. And this grey one, again, it's very polyester. I have worn it a few times, but you know what? I'm actually making a dress right now where I need some grey chiffon. So I think I'm going to cut this up in the dress I'm making. And then this is my pile here of summer scarves that go over my shoulder, and then I usually wear a little brooch. I have got a couple of winter woolly ones here that are sort of more decorative. I've never actually worn them, but they match two tunic tops that I've got. So I'm keeping a hold of them for now, but I might actually lose them as well. This scarf's from my sister, and it's a beautiful, gorgeous pattern. But again, I don't reach for it in the summer very often because it's polyester. So, as it's the perfect colours that I'm going for in my dressing room, I hope my sister doesn't mind, but I think I'm going to repurpose this as a net curtain. I really need one in my dressing room. It's so beautiful. It would be lovely to just see it every day. So I think that's what I'm going to do with it. Right, I'm going to get this done now. It's going to be nice to have these organised nicely. I've just hung it where the coat hanger used to be, on the corner of my mirror. It doesn't take up too much of the actual mirror. Yeah, I like it. And you can't see it at all. I think it's completely blown out in the light behind me. But yeah, I did use the turquoise scarf as a sort of net curtain. And I'll take the camera off in a minute and give you a close-up view because it looks really nice. It matches the colour completely of the chest of drawers and the cupboard down here. And it looks really pretty, so I would like to show you that. Yeah, so we are all done. So I did, as you saw in the last clip, I did paint the little mini chest of drawers that was just sort of hanging around on the floor down here before. The paint I'm using is Rust-Oleum Silk. It isn't actually a chalk paint, but it does say on the tin that it doesn't need undercoating and it doesn't need wax protection either. But I would disagree with that actually. It does, I would say, at least need the wax protection afterwards. It has chipped quite badly. It's sort of scratched off on the edge of this bit, which I'll show in a sec. And I did touch up the little scratches that had appeared on the chest of drawers. But another little scratches just on the top here. I've never used the proper expensive Annie Sloan chalk paint that I know a lot of people love. So I can't really compare. It might be just the same sort of quality, I don't know, but it went on really nicely and did only need 2 coats and looked really nice. I love the sort of very matteness of the colour, even though it's a silk. And yeah, I'm so pleased that everything is now organised so nicely. So yeah, the one thing I would say though, I know I was really pleased before about the fact that I got the chest of drawers practically free. I'm hoping it wasn't false economy, because already the bottom drawer has sort of fallen down slightly, and one of the bottom bits of one of the drawers has sunk down slightly. So I'm not convinced this drawer is going to last very long. Maybe by the time it collapses completely, we'll have won the lottery or something, and I can afford to actually get this room decked out in made-to-measure furniture. That would be nice, wouldn't it? But yeah, one can dream. So my top drawer is all my leggings, and even though I can't remember what I told you now, it was a couple of weeks ago when I was doing it all, they really haven't quite fitted. So my leggings, and I knew I had a lot of leggings, and even getting rid of some of the ones I don't like particularly or have got holes in the thighs, I've still got tons left. So So yeah, as I wear them, if I come across any that I don't particularly like or don't fit well, I will get rid of them as I go. So yeah, that's the top drawer. Second drawer down is bras and the leftover leggings. And the bottom drawer is my sort of fancy leg warmers and ankle warmers and over the knee socks, and I did put my tights in here as well. So I'm really pleased with that extra storage that I now have, and I'll show you close up with the other bits. Okay, so now you can see the curtain colours. And yeah, the turquoise just goes so well with there, and the orange butterflies go so well with my sort of terracotta-y, quite strange coloured. These are meant to be pink crushed velvet curtains, and I just dropped that down, and then we can see outside. This is all still, if you've seen my jewellery declutter, this is all still working nicely. And then below is the painted old bedside cabinet, and that's working out well. A few beauty bits and pieces in there, and also in there. I've done a little pile of these boxes here. This one is sort of scarves that I can use as belts or headbands or to wrap around bag handles. I've done that before with this vintage sailor one that Rain bought me, and yeah, these are both from my mum, and this one I've had since I was at school. I used to wrap that one around my wrist, so that's sort of a neat little place to keep them. And the colour goes so well, I kept this blowfish shoe box. And so in here I've got some just bits of makeup that don't really fit anywhere else, and some makeup brushes that need a good wash. And these are my very much edited down nail varnishes. So that's in that box. I mean, again, that's not really ideal. I'd like to get it in a drawer. Maybe as I, now want to roll with decluttering, maybe I'll find space for them in a better place. Another peacock themed box. This is a really pretty one, I like that. I think that came from Tesco's. Yeah, it did actually. So in here I've got my headbands and one pair of sunglasses. Yeah, so they're all nicely stored in there. Oh. So have I showed you what's in here? I can't remember. And this one we've got hair elastics, or hair bobbles as some people say. This one we've got fancy hair clips. This one we've got more fancy hair clips. This one we've got hair ruffles or scrunchies and hair clips in there. And on top I've got my lovely horns. So I've put my necklaces on top of here now, and yeah, this is definitely one where I think I will declutter better actually, and then that makeup can probably come into this drawer. It's basically all belts, and I don't even wear belts. A lot of them are items that have come with a dress, they match. And quite often, like, you can buy a size 18 dress and it comes with a size 10 belt, which is ridiculous, but I keep them nonetheless. There's another one, that's another one, and then some leather ones. Like, sometimes it's like one of those things I don't want to get rid of, because sometimes your outfit just needs something, and it's so nice to have that something. It just makes the outfit work better. And then in the bottom drawer I've got more hair things, basically. My dreadlock falls, I think they can, to be honest, they can probably go. I'm just not ready to admit that I'm that old yet that I wouldn't wear those again. Some more hair bun things, and this lovely garland that Rain brought back from Spain for me, and a couple of jewellery boxes actually that I didn't want to get rid of. Jude bought me an Ollivander's wand necklace, which is here, but I want to keep the box because it's a cool one. This was my nan's, and that one was my nan's, and somewhere at the back there is also the bracelet packaging my mum bought me for my 40th birthday. So that's that drawer, and we're just simply not going to mention the elephant in the room, which is this stack of clothing here. Let's just not look at that until another day. And as this is the last, more or less the last video, I'll just put a little clip in now while I'm chatting of the bags that are right in front of me right now. I have a giant Michael's bag that is just rubber. Actually, I'll pick it up and show you so that you can see how much I've actually decluttered out of here. Because a lot of people see how much is left and don't believe me. This is all rubbish, and this is not all of it. Obviously some of it has left the room over time and I can't pick it up, but I'll show you a clip of a massive storage bag full of clothes that's going. I'm really pleased with that. I have been using this room for the obviously, and I'm absolutely loving how the reorganisation is working. Knowing I can go straight to that section for my, you know, comfortable clothing that makes me feel happy to work in and but still be comfy. No, I can just go straight to that there, and if I'm going out I go to that section there, and it's been working brilliantly. There we are, all done. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and all of the other videos from this dressing room declutter. If this is the first one you've come across, then please do have a look at my other videos. Click my name below and that will take you to my page where you can click videos, and then you can see my recent uploads, because I've got several from around this room that I just couldn't manage in the one video. So if you enjoy a good wardrobe declutter, please go and have a look at them. And if you have friends that like a good wardrobe declutter as well, please send them along the link. I'd really appreciate it. And thank you very much for watching. I'll see you again next time. Bye.